Russia is tightening its grip in eastern Ukraine. After months of grinding warfare, Moscow's troops have captured around 60% of Pokrovsk, a key Ukrainian stronghold in Donetsk. Russia's defense ministry says the advance is steady and unstoppable, with Kupiansk also coming under heavy assault. Analysts call it a strategic shift from slow attrition to a phase of precision strikes and brutal, coordinated offensives. But the bloodiest moment came just hours before Zelensky's visit. A Russian missile struck an awards ceremony, killing several of Ukraine's elite soldiers. The attack hit near the Zaporizhzhia region, a precision strike on what Russia called a gathering of Ukrainian command personnel. Kyiv called it one of the deadliest losses in weeks, sparking internal outrage over a possible intelligence leak. Hours later, President Volodymyr Zelensky traveled to the Pokrovsk front lines, standing amid the wreckage and meeting troops still holding the line. His visit, symbolic and defiant, came just after the missile tragedy, a message that Ukraine will not surrender despite Russia's tightening noose.
The Russian army has once again been forced to push back the deadlines it had drawn up for itself for capturing our Pokrovsk and our Dobropilya. And every Russian loss in these very areas of the Donetsk region, on the border with our Dnipro region, and also in Kupiansk, every Russian loss contributes to our ability to defend our state, to protect our people, our independence. It is symbolic that today we have had truly the most positive European Commission report in 3 years, the strongest result for Ukraine in 3 years. This gives all of us, all Ukrainians, even more motivation as Europe recognizes our joint efforts. Ukraine is doing everything to gain EU membership. Even in wartime, even amid the toughest battles, our state keeps moving forward, and only forward, in the membership talks, which is absolutely unprecedented across Europe. Every other EU member state has followed a much easier path.
In Moscow, President Vladimir Putin hailed the Pokrovsk advance as proof of Russia's renewed strength. He declared the special military operation to be on track, calling recent gains strategic and irreversible. Russian state media aired fresh footage of advancing troops, images meant to project confidence, power, and inevitability.
Enemy is blocked and encircled in Pokrovsk and Kupiansk. They, military commanders, are not against that we allow media, foreign and Ukrainian journalists in the encircled area to let them see with their own eyes what's going on there. See the condition of the encircled Ukrainian troops that are there so that Ukraine's political leadership could make the relevant decisions regarding the fate of their citizens, their soldiers, like they did in Azovstal.
Inside Ukraine's command chain, cracks are beginning to show. Reports suggest coordination failures and communication breakdowns between field units and Kyiv headquarters. Analysts warn that internal confusion is making Ukrainian forces vulnerable to Russia's faster, more synchronized strategy. Military observers say Pokrovsk may soon decide the entire Eastern Front.
I'm asking not to believe what Russia says. I was in some offices, geometrically even, and saw different maps. I have seen a map of the fighting on the territory of Ukraine that looks so, let's say, strange, and I have also seen other maps. That is, for some reason we have different maps of the actual fighting in Ukraine. Why in Russian ones are different, it's understandable, but in Ukraine, Russia, Europe and the United States, maps differ. And at some point, we coordinate all of this, understand where there are certain problems and where there are certain manipulations. That's why the situation in Pokrovsk is complicated. You see, all their strength, you know that in this direction there are 170,000 enemy troops. It is a lot. Oh, really, really. And the next morning I talked to the commander-in-chief. There are no changes in Pokrovsk. There are Russians in Pokrovsk. Our troops destroy them little by little.
Pokrovsk has become the symbol of a turning point, a city that defines Russia's methodical brutality and Ukraine's fading defensive resolve. Putin's forces are closing in with strategic precision, while Zelensky faces an army battered, grieving, yet still defiant. The war's next phase may already have begun.